Hello, my name is Nicholas Clark. I am a student here at LSUA, and I am doing this video from my Marketing 4423 course. To get into it, my interview consisted of sitting down with Jamie Ponche, who is a real estate team leader, realtor at Keller Williams Sinlaw Partners over in Alexandria. A little bit of background about him. He has been a realtor for close to a decade now. He runs a team over there. Obviously, it consists of six people under him, and part of those six people is a transaction coordinator who takes care of all his paperwork and helps him to assist in the daily runnings of his company. Under him as well, he has five other realtors, salespeople that work under his team. Um, they do a lot of the hands-on working buyers and things like that, while Jamie takes more of like a backside. He does work buyers as well, but he mostly deals with sellers and helps them to go throughout their whole processes to make things a lot smoother. He's there for one being a coach. He helps them critique their sales skills, and anytime they have any troubles, he helps them to assist to see what they can do better and learn from that. But to get into it, one of the biggest things that Jamie was hinting on in the interview with him was just it goes into ethics. Honesty is very important. I think that a lot of people don't realize in sales. Obviously, everybody wants to make a sale, but being honest with people and upfront helps them to realize, hey, this is a trustworthy guy. Maybe I should listen to what he has to say, and they don't see you as somebody just trying to make a dollar. I think going into this, talking with him, he'd much rather go to an appointment and tell somebody, what the honest truth of it is, he thinks they can sell their house, whether he thinks they can sell their house for, let's say, 180,000, and they think they need to sell it for 200,000. He runs the numbers. He's a professional. He's honest with people, and he's not just trying to put a sign in their yard. I think a lot of people get that vibe from a salesperson. There's like a stigma in the sales business. I think where they think that every salesman is something with the used car salesman, and he's trying to go against that belief and make a name for himself as somebody that's honest. And I think that contributes to a lot of his work. Um, he has proven himself to be a top producer, and the thing that he prides himself on is just being honest with people. That goes a long way, and I think that a lot of people can, take that and progress their business with it. But furthermore, to get more into it, Jamie, he again runs a team of six people. He's been in the business for a while, and one of the things he looks for in recruiting people is, obviously motivation. It's not just scripts. It's not just going and sitting down and looking at a call list and just making the calls, just going through the motions. You really have to be hands-on and active and motivated, to say the least. It's very important to him that he recruits somebody to work on his team that projects a good image for him and his company. Obviously, he follows a business model, and that business model is very customer oriented. Doing right by what the customer wants and what the client needs trumps any dollar amount that they can get. And he goes into that furthermore about coaching. One thing he said was being responsible and keeping up with the scheduling, with making your calls, making sure that every person that's part of the whole deal. I know you have obviously a buyer and a seller as part of a transaction, but it goes more than that. There's lenders, there's insurance companies, there's home inspectors, there's closing attorneys, all these other people. A lot of moving parts of this transaction that transpires, and getting through all of that takes a lot of scheduling and patience and communication, and being able to communicate on a timely basis, making sure everything's right and on time is very important. He does have to help him with all this. Obviously, it's a lot, and if you're dealing with 10, 12, 15 deals at once, it can really be difficult to manage. And in managing all of that, there are some technological things that can help you. One being Dotloop is a program that they use to help you organize all of your paperwork, and it'll show you the whole rundown of okay, this is my contract, this is our disclosures. This is this, that, and the other, and it all puts it in one place for you, and you can send it from that same source out to wherever you need to go. And they also use obviously their MLS system and their cell phone MLS system. That's what helps them keep track of listings and seeing what's new on the market, what's been reduced in price, things of the nature. They also use that to run their comps. But furthermore, to hint even more so on that, it's just he's big on making it personal, and being able to establish yourself in a niche of people is very big. Make your sales strategy significant and personal to you, and find what works best for you. But other than that, again, just ethics and honesty. He does have some retention within his group. Yeah, I don't think he mentioned anybody that has left, because he offers a good incentive. The more you sell, the more you make. So obviously, once you hit a certain number in volume for the year, you get more of your commission, because you do have to split it with him from the company. And if you reach, I think it was 2 million in volume for the year, you get like a 10% increase. So instead of a 50-50 split, you get 60-40, and think 3 million is like 70-30, whatever it may be. But he's able to retain his people by coaching them, being honest with them, offering good incentives. And I think anybody in sales management, basing off of those, especially honesty, keeping all that in mind, I think you can have some success in the world of sales. So without any more information going in, I think it's safe to say that those details are very important. Being on time, and just having the motivation to stay into the business, and keeping your morale up. That can be a big thing. A lot of people are scared of rejection, and just being able to talk and coach and critique and figure out what you can do better, which is something that he talks about as well. Figuring out what you can do better to learn from your mistakes and move on to the next thing, and ask questions. It's very important. Another saying that I like to use a lot of the times in coaching. I coach Little League, so I tell this to my kids whenever they have questions. A man that asks a question is a fool for a minute, but a man that never asks a question is a fool for a lifetime. And that's very important. Learning from your mistakes can help you to succeed, not only now, but in the future as well. So thank you for your time. Appreciate you for watching this. And if you have any questions or want to follow up with anything, please let me know. Thank you.